One of my favorite stories is by a man named Walter Wangerin Jr. It's called The Ragman. And in that story, there's a man who is pulling a wooden cart through an unnamed city. And in his cart, he has linens and clothes and blankets, brand new linens. And he walks throughout the city looking for people who are in need, and he wants to exchange old, dirty linens for his brand new ones. And the first person he encounters is a child crying into a handkerchief. And the ragman says, give me that handkerchief, child. And he gives her a brand new one. And as the ragman takes it from her, now he is weeping. The next person has a bandage around her head and she's bleeding from the forehead. And the ragman says, let me take that. And he fixes it to his own head. And now he's bleeding. And he gives her a brand new bonnet to put on her head. A man who is not working, leaning up against a telephone pole. And the ragman says, are you going to work today? And the man says, I don't have a job. And the ragman notices that the sleeve of his jacket is just tucked into the pocket. There's no arm. And the ragman says, give me your jacket. I'll give you mine. So they exchange jackets, and now the man has two strong arms, and the ragman has only one. An old drunk laying on a park bench, covered by an old dirty blanket, and the ragman takes that blanket and wraps it around himself and gives a brand new blanket, and now the ragman is stumbling with drunkenness. Every time the ragman collects something from someone and exchanges it for what he has, the ragman adds to his own suffering. We know that on the cross, Jesus takes into himself the weight and the punishment of our sin. He absorbs it into himself. He bears it in himself. And he exchanges with us our sin, which he takes, and he gives us his purity, his grace, his righteousness, his life.